Hey, GED students, let's take a look here. It says, which expression, they're asking me to write an expression. That's a little trickier for a lot of students than just like doing the math, right? So which expression can be used to find the distance between any 2 points, G and H, on the number line? Okay, so remember what they're asking me to do if they're asking me to write expressions. They're basically asking me to write in the language of algebra what I would do if I was going to do the math, okay? Write in the language of algebra what I would do if I was going to do this math. So what math are they asking me to do? They're asking me for the expression that could be used to, here we go. Find the distance between any 2 points, G and H. Now, very first class, we learned that distance is synonymous with difference. And so it has to do with subtraction. And so a lot of students, let me tell you, a lot, go straight for A. They're like, great news. There it is, G minus H. That, my dear, is a difference problem. They're super proud of themselves and they're wrong. Okay, so let's just mark that with red there. No, wrong. There's a reason why, and that has to do with the fact that G and H are unknown to you. So I kind of agree that difference is subtraction. It does involve subtraction, but remember, it's more than just subtraction. Difference or distance is a measure of how far something went. How far something went. And if you talk about how far or how much space between something, you would never have negative space. You can't have less than nothing between you and another object. Okay, so when you talk about distance or difference, it's important to know that yes, it's subtraction, but it's always positive. It's a positive subtraction expression. So then a lot of students will go, okay, well, a positive subtraction expression means it'll turn into adding. So then it must be one of these. Then no, that's not what it means to be positive. Whether you added or subtracted doesn't tell you whether you have a positive or negative answer. You know, there's ways to add and get negative answers. Okay, there's ways to subtract and get positive answers. It just really depends on what you're adding and subtracting. Okay, so it's super duper important to understand, though, that there is a mathematical operation that says make your answer positive, and that is absolute value bars. So we need subtraction, but we need to take the positive answer of a subtraction expression. And so therefore, D is the correct answer here. Since I don't know which number is bigger, G or H, I can't be sure when I subtract them if the answer that I get is positive or negative. Like say G was 7 and H was 5. I'd get a positive number. But what if it was the other way around? What if G was 5 and H was 7? I'd get out a negative answer, which doesn't make sense when it comes to distance. If I ask you how far apart are these two things, and you tell me they're -2 apart, I don't understand that. I don't understand how two things could be less than 0 apart, closer than touching. Like that doesn't make sense, you guys. And so no matter what G and H are, if you put absolute value bars around them, then you would have to do the inside first, the subtraction first. Remember, with order of operation, we would do the subtraction first. And then those absolute value bars say, whatever answer you got, make them positive. So whether you got +2, you'd get 2. Or if you got -2, the absolute value of that would be 2. And in the end, I would find out the distance between these two numbers. Let's look on a number line. If I had 5 here and 7 here, it doesn't matter if you go from here to here. You'd get 2 jumps, or here to here. It's still a distance of 2 jumps. Okay, it doesn't matter which one came first when you're talking about distance. So your answer is going to be positive. Whew, that was a lot of talking to tell you that whether they ask you for distance or difference, subtract the two numbers and make your answer positive. All right, you guys, tricky. Good work sticking with me on this one. Happy learning.